What's up, bitches? With Shrimp Po' Boy coming at you. I am here with Mobius tonight on the Gameplay Podcast, episode 6. I'm going into the third dungeon of Darkworld this time. That was quite an interesting talk last time. Let's see if who pops up at random tonight for a little hey in here. If no one does, so be it. We'll still have a good combo.
Yep.
I just need to keep it at least at the most 2 hours.
Yep. Indeed.
Alright.
Alright. Engine's good, let's go. And just for y'all that don't, Wes, he mentioned it, but hey, I'm Mobius. I've known him for a few months now, so
Yeah.
we're just gonna kind of chill tonight.
Yeah.
So, shit, you're playing Legend of Zelda, right?
Yes, I am. This is the gameplay series I'm doing, and whoops, sorry folks. Let me just move this aside. Camera, could you not be a motherfucker and a half?
This is gonna be quite a drive. Yeah, so, I wanted to continue our conversation we had earlier. You said something about, engines, like, I was talking with somebody the other day, and I kind of brought some of what you said up, about, heating, preheating, for engines.
Okay, I haven't gotten my earbuds in yet, so give me a second. I'm
comment?
gonna clean my ears.
No.
Make sure they'll stick this time, little fucking...
And as a side comment, I'm sorry if engine noise crops up. Loud car.
Jeez. Yeah, okay, this will work this time, hopefully.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were discussing, I think I'm gonna go back to our first discussion about engines, and especially about preheating and air heating.
Yeah.
Now, one thing I found because I do a lot of racing, tuning and racing, like tinkering, and one thing I've noticed with certain engines is that you can have a really large block, but if you have a intercooler, you need to actually use a what's it called? It only works with really large blocks, basically, because you have to drill holes in the thing to get the block heated evenly. You're going to have a warped section of the block eventually, because you're going to be heating it and cooling it really quickly all the time. You said you're working on on that kind of thing where you're cooling off part of the engine, right? You're basically, I think what you said is that you're taking heat off the block, right, Wes?
Yes.
And you're putting and you're dumping into the air, right?
No, I'm taking I'm going to take as much heat out of the air as possible. And then preheating, using the block to preheat the fuel.
Gotcha.
So I can have a decent...
I don't think I've seen people actually do that. It looks to be really interesting, though. I kind of looked into it with a bit of side work. One of my buddies wanted an intercooler on a what was it, a 1909 Subaru.
Yeah.
And he wanted to redo it and drop a new engine in there, change out the exhaust, put on an aero kit, and he basically wanted to make it into a rally car. So what I told him is that he could try that and put a turbocharger on it, on his engine. Because he had one of those engines, those V6 engines, he was swapping out the Boxer. And he had a little small block V6 and he wanted more power out of it, so I told him to just put on a turbocharger. It's probably the fastest way to do that. While he's at it, he would reheat the fuel. Because, you know.
Yeah.
And he said, well, how can you do that? And I basically gave him the rundown. And he said, well, do you think you can do it? So I did some research into it, and I was trying to find the optimal fuel mixture for that, you know? Because there's certain fuel blends that don't do so hot at high temperatures. I'm sure you know that.
Well, yeah. For instance, indirect injection diesels are probably more thermodynamically efficient with B40 biodiesel, 40% bio,
Yeah.
60% ideally synthetic diesel because it works the best.
Yeah.
Because it works really good at 21 to 1 and 22 to 1 compression ratios.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, well, he's putting in a straight petroleum, so I basically found out that if you use E85, because heating the ethanol content actually makes it more volatile. So I was kind of looking into that for him, and then I found out about the E85, and actually you can make a biofuel E85 pretty easily too. I know they were pushing that for a while.
E85 will actually cool the air intake down a lot, but at the intake and during compression. So that's kind of a big thing there.
Yeah, but I'm saying I'm talking about you preheating, like you preheat the fuel before it enters the block, and all that ethanol content will turn into a vapor.
Oh yeah.
It actually makes it more volatile.
That's why you gotta. That's why you have to do an injection timing. You have to do a certain timing for it.
Yeah, but then you could have the timing like really, really quick, so you don't really have to. You don't really have to do much. You can just be a constant hit, pretty much.
But you also gotta make sure you don't go above, I don't know, 16.5 to 1 compression. Don't go at that at the very most.
Yeah, he's at like a 14 to 1 if I recall.
Well, then he ought to be fine because it'll handle it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. The biggest issue he was having, though, with his stock Boxer engine was that he was having mechanical failures all the time. So he wanted to ditch it and go with the V6. I mean, those Boxers run really well, but I noticed that when they break down, they break down. You know?
Yep.
It's the same with the Mazda rotary. So, shit. It's not an accident.
Well, actually, the Mazda rotors didn't really run that damn well.
No, they didn't. That's what I'm saying. They always have the mechanical trouble. I mean, the new RX-9, they look cool, but, you know, it's almost too good to be true. The engines are horrible. Rotary engines almost took off, too. I think the main reason for that was instead of a straight, like, piston, you have a rotary cam system, like a rotary cam system.
You just have a rotor throughout the middle, and it does the combustion and compression and sucking in air, and it does all, and it's just one big fucking weird triangular roundish rotor.
So it's basically like one of those old aircraft radial piston engines.
Kinda.
Which is interesting. Yeah. But that engine had a ton of mechanical problems. The rotary.
That's true. Very true.
Shit. You look at the aircraft engine, I have a lot of experience in those. One thing I noticed with the aircraft engine, especially the double wasps from Pratt & Whitney, those things are monsters. They run on like something like 2,000 plus horsepower. And that's without turbocharging or supercharging or anything. With turbocharging, they got those suckers up to like almost 3 3,000 horsepower, which is ridiculous, which is unheard of at the time they were actually designing these things. And they had a lot of variants. They had different variants for different aircraft, which is insane.
Yeah.
And then they had some prototypes. I mean, there was a whole lineup of these engines. It was insane. But that is one of the best radial engines you can buy on the market these days. And there's very, very limited quantity of them because they're so old. They're like built in the 40s and late 30s. And the 50s.
Fuck, dude, imagine the damn modernization you could do with that shit.
Oh yeah. Like people are like I've seen Pratt & Whitney double R2800s going for like at least like 50 grand because they're such a short supply and they're highly sought after by people who know their engine, their engine. So actually there was a guy I was reading about who put a Merlin 66, a inverted V 12-cylinder water-cooled engine from an aircraft like a Spitfire or a Mustang 51 into a car. And he was British, but he put a Merlin engine in a car. I mean, he basically had to lengthen the car by like a foot or something, like crazy like that, just to get 60 damn block in there, and stick everything else in there. It's crazy.
Did you ever hear about the orbital engine?
About what?
The orbital engine.
That's the one where they have orbiting cylinders, right?
No, it's a circular-shaped engine, or a circular design where curved pistons go back and forth to do the conventional engine cycles.
Ah, that one. Yeah, that kind of looked weird to me. I was like,
Let me tell you something actually kick ass. The thing is, while that engine, it didn't work long term, the injection system that the inventors made for that engine continued on, and they've been selling them since the 90s, called the Orbital Flex DI, Air Assisted Direct Injection.
Yeah. Air assist is actually pretty cool. But that depends on your intake pressure, doesn't it?
Not the way they designed this sumbitch. They can make it for diesels. They can make it for all them damn engines.
Now, I wonder what was the rating on those engines, like power-wise?
Usually they had an increased performance, and the gasoline engines could run diesel with it.
That's interesting.
And the only problem,
it was almost like a multi-fuel.
It made gasoline engines multi-fuel as fuck, but I think it also increased it lessened fuel consumption by 40% or something like that. I don't know exactly. I don't remember the exact.
Yeah.
Like it was a big difference.
High. That's high.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think you can use this system to modify an indirect injection nozzle, and use that indirect injection nozzle modified with that air compressor and that second type of nozzle modification to allow it to be air assisted for finer atomizing.
Gotcha.
Could technically be and you could be able to take the diesel fuel pressure by half, down by half to half that it was. You could reuse that to run a hot bulb, essentially, a modern, basically a hot bulb pre-chambered engine.
Interesting.
You technically could do this.
I was interested in back in because they went from a different valve system on some of these newer V8 engines. Like they went from an overhead valve cam system to something else on a few engines that I'm familiar with. I forget, wasn't it? Wait, didn't the Mustang V8 go to like a different injection system? from like the typical V8.
I think the Lincoln cars from like the late 80s were the first V8 Fords to have direct injection, going from like 88, 89 onward.
Yeah, they got off carburetors in like 88 or 87, and they went to direct injection.
And there was a guy that had, there was a guy who preheated his gas on the, preheated his gasoline with his radiator using that, going to the main fuel feed, going to the main pump. And, and he got minimum of like 10 more miles to the gallon, and he put like toluene and benzene in it, which really, all you need to do is make E30 out of non-ethanol gas, and like, you know, and then a certain amount of E85 to make E25, E30 or something, and that would have really made it pop off. Because you don't need more of the solvents that are in regular gas that make it fucking horrible to your fuel lines.
Yeah. One thing though is that I've always said that my buddy was asking me the other day if he had any suggestions for an engine drop on a 98 Ford Ranger. And I said, for one, don't get like a like an older, like inline four from those trucks. Because the older ones, the older six bangers and four bangers have dog shit, you know? Like the 3.0 liter V6, that's dog shit.
Well, there are certain lines that there was certain inline V6 engines that you actually could do pretty well with. I think the one that Uncle Tony's garage went into the most was I think it was a different inline 6 design, but that actually worked pretty good. I forgot which one it was.
I know that Ford actually put on a different V6. They put on a 4.0 liter V6 in '98, which actually was better mechanically than the 3.0 liter they had on there earlier on that car, on that truck. And eventually they discontinued it, I think, in the early 2000s. But it was like the 4.0 liter 6-bagger was really good. So.
Yeah. But it was, guys, you have to check out Uncle Tony's garage to know what inline 6 I'm talking about. It might not be by Ford. I might be missing up, but I haven't. It's been a while since I watched his stuff, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm being followed by Dodge Challenger here too. Like, he's really on my ass. It's gonna make me nervous. Come on, dude, back off. There you go.
I was in town with my aunt earlier today, and some motherfucker nearly backed out while we were trying to drive by. Like,
fuck, I hate
absolute.
those
I said
people once,
fucking
like,
head
back
ass.
Out and they stop last minute. Fuck. I was telling somebody the other day. I was out driving, and I got some pretty decent cars, as you know. But I was driving, and there's some motherfuckers, and I was coming on the expressway, and this motherfucker decided to speed up past me when I'm trying to accelerate to get past him to merge. And the lane was about to end, so in my mind I'm like, oh fuck, what am I gonna do now? But then I remembered, wait a minute, he's only going 105. So I decided to back off by tapping my brakes hard, and then kind of swashing the wheel over to the right and then the left, really quick, snapping it over. And I just stabilized my car, slid to beside him, mashed the gas, and then slid in right in front of him. That was, well, it was both terrifying, but a thrill at the same time. You know what?
Yeah.
It looked sweet, but I was fucking terrified. I thought I was gonna spin out. You know? I'm driving a rear-wheel drive car. spin out, you're not going to be able to recover. You're at the mercy of what your car is going to do in that spin.
Yep. I'm trying to figure out how the fuck I'm going to get in that dungeon. I'm trying to figure out how I cannot fucking believe. I cannot fucking believe.
Yeah, I can't really see your screen, so I don't know what the fuck you're doing.
I don't know how I want you to lag if I try to stream it together because, you know...
Texting and... Yeah, but it doesn't matter. Texting and driving here in my state is illegal. If I do that shit...
It's illegal everywhere, dude. It's illegal every fucking where.
Yeah, it is. It's illegal in Ohio, too, but the fines in Michigan are especially heavy-handed. They treat it like drunk driving. You get like a DUI and some other BS.
It's kind of retarded, but at the same time...
Not really, because, I mean, I will say this. It has prevented tons of accidents involving texting and driving here in Michigan.
Okay, fair enough.
A lot of them.
I didn't enter this other area. That's what's wrong. I'm sorry I fucked up.
Did you try backtracking?
I did. I figured out how to do
That
it.
always works for me.
I got... There we go.
Alright, now I gotta make sure. Oh, joy. Wes, I'm gonna say this. I hate following trucks, like pickup trucks.
I don't blame you.
I mean, shit, I'm so low to the ground I can't see past them. Like, I can't see shit when I'm following a truck.
Sounds about right.
Oh, motherfucker, you gonna let me in? Come on, speed up. There you go. Fucker thought he wasn't gonna let me in. Staring high beams at me like an idiot. Ugh. Fuck, dude, what are you doing? Yeah, it's the part of the drive that's always a pain in the ass. People in this area are dumb.
You motherfucker.
That's 180 miles an hour. Holy fucking cow.
This fucking mocha is fucking great. Chocolate flavor strong as fuck though. Huh?
What's the mocha?
It's, you ever heard of coffee with chocolate in it?
Yeah, I'm not much of a mocha person, but I can appreciate it. I'm more of a like, straight black Americano guy. Or Americano.
Oh, I am too, but I do love a good fucking cafe mocha every so often.
Yeah, I'm more of a French. If I do a different coffee, it's always a French roast, like a dark French roast, strong French roast.
Oh, you motherfucker! They call the floor master.
Alright. That's my first junction. Says I'll be in Toledo in roughly about 40 minutes. Okay.
Suck my ass.
When
Fucking,
and where, baby?
fucking monsters. Do you ever see the meme where Jackie Chan's just looking at the different, like, basically there was a picture, side-by-side pictures of one was back in the day, kids were scared monsters are under their bed, and then there's a kid that said, I want a monster under my bed. And it was Jackie Chan or somebody like, what the fuck? How is this possible?
Oh, that's bad. Oh, man.
Like, look, I'm not gonna hate on the monster girl anime too terribly much, because some of that shit's fucking. I can see how well they draw that shit, and it's fucking hilarious. So, I'm not gonna lie. I see the appeal, and it's also fucking hilarious.
Not much of an anime guy, to be honest.
Yeah.
That's an old Mustang. That's a newer Mustang. Jeez. Or is that a Ferrari? I think that was a Ferrari. Yeah, up in my area, there's a bunch of rich bitches.
Fuck! Got turned into a fucking rabbit again.
Huh?
Link gets turned into a rabbit in A Link to the Past if you don't hit that little, fucking magic cloud of dark magic first.
You know, I'm gonna say, speaking of, like, cartoons and anime, that cartoons have changed a ton in, like, the past 30 years.
You ain't gotta fucking tell me!
Fuck, you remember Ren and Stimpy, man? That shit was wild compared to the stuff they have on now.
Well, it's either...
Oh my gosh.
Either it's wild because innuendos were fucking pushed to comedic fucking absurdities, or it was wild because, you know, the fucking shit, you know, the jokes they made, you know.
Yeah.
Or the joke material in general.
With Ren and Stimpy, it was all the, like, inferencing, you know, that Ren and Stimpy were a gay couple, pretty much.
They were fucking degenerate shit, but they did it in a way that was laughable.
I know, it was laughable as hell, and I remember like binge watching it again when I turned 40, and I was like laughing my ass off still, because now it's like a totally new thing when you're an adult, you know, because you get the references. You know what they're trying to say. Back then as a kid, we thought it was hilarious because, you know, haha, funny man gets stumped or crushed, you know?
Yeah, what beat the shit out of me was when I watched Animaniacs, and then they had a whole condensing of, fucking all the innuendos in the series. I'm like, oh my fucking god.
It was hilarious. Oh yeah, they were like, dude, that show, if you watch it as an adult, you're like, this is the shit we were watching as kids?
Well, they didn't have a political agenda to fuck up kids in the head. They had a fucking desire to be funny. That's what it was about.
Shit. Yeah, you know, that was like, they made jokes about that shit all the time at Ren and Stimpy, and it was like hilarious. But nowadays they try too hard to be funny.
Again,
they're also ruining the classics. Looney Tunes is getting a whole remake.
Yeah, that's not Looney Tunes. That's an imitation. Changed my fucking mind.
Yeah, but that's like, yeah, because that's not like, it's really not what it should be. It was all about slapstick comedy, you know?
Slapstick comedy and actual fucking jokes. It was either of the two, or both.
Yeah, it was both. And they kind of blended the two in a way that made it funny.
So what they lack, they lack an absence of an agenda, and they also lack subtlety. Did you ever see Lloyd Kaufman on in the Angry Video Game Nerd episode?
Yeah, hang on a sec. I'm gonna hoot it.
Fuck!
Oh, you probably heard that. Woo! squealed tires on that one.
Suck my ass, you fucking mummy.
What?
I'll wipe my ass with your wrappings. Sorry, I got distracted.
What are you doing?
I'm fighting I'm in the 3rd dungeon in Zelda.
Wipe your ass. Wipe my ass on your ass. What the fuck? Oh, jeez.
God damn it.
I kind of, the light was amber, and I just kind of said fuck it, and I went around it, mashing the gas. Like a hooligan. Oh, that shit's wild. Pretty sure I left tire marks. Love this car. Okay. That way. You alright there, Wes?
Yeah.
Thought I disconnected.
No, you didn't.
Ah. Yeah.
I'll fuck you up so hard your fucking dead mom in hell will feel it.
Jesus Christ.
Floor trap out of nowhere. That's funny. I died.
Oh, you know what's the worst? Is when you're playing something you can't really, like...
Lost that heart I needed. Totally funny. Totally hilarious. Fuck. Oh, you mother asshole.
This is getting demonetized, isn't it?
Dude, I don't get I never got monetized once. You shitting me?
I know. I can see why. I can see why. Oh, damn.
I'm a slut. I shill for free.
Hearing that from you is comical.
I mean, I am unironically celibate because I have one fuck to give and I'm picky on who I choose. So that is pure irony.
Yeah. Alright. Time to go. Damn, I love doing
Christ.
that. Huh?
Fucking Christ.
What do you mean fucking Christ?
I'm trying to find where the fuck I'm at in this dungeon.
Okay. Alright. Well, I'm currently on a country road.
Take me home, country
Dark as
road.
fuck.
To the
Oh, it's fucking
place
dark.
I belong, West Virginia, mountain mammoth. Take me home, country road.
Pretty good, overrated song. Not
What? Well, yeah, I know it's overrated.
Do that again to get on the freeway. Oh, jeez. Here we go. Fuck it. Woohoo! That never gets old, Wes. Never gets old.
Tell them what you're driving.
Huh?
Tell them what you're driving.
What? Oh, what I'm driving?
Tell the audience and that this is going to see this recording now.
They're not ready for that.
Nah!
What? What?
It's the one I'm thinking of, isn't it? Fuck!
Okay, you tell them what it is. Do you think you know?
Is it the Viper that you got massive power out of?
God damn it, Wes! Yeah, this thing is nuts. And I'm just doing a bit of corner in it. 65 plus.
Oh, hell no, bitch! I got you now. No, Tiger Lily, don't you fucking dare get up here. You're gonna fuck me up. I just know it. Yeah, sit in my lap a little bit and chill out.
Oh, there's a cop.
Not on my desk. No. No!
There's a cop.
No, you little shit! No!
Oh, he's pulling someone
No! You need to chill the fuck out before you fuck me up. God damn it!
over. Yeah, it's a truck. I'm not going too fast. Shit, dude, the cops are out in this area.
Take it, Lily! Fucking quit it!
Is your cat being evil again?
No, she's something wrong with her in the head. She has to have food. When she thinks she smells it, she goes nuts. I think it's because she got starved as a baby and then she fucked off a little in the head with that.
Wait, someone dropped her?
No, she nearly died from starving and under heat when she was born. And it kind of fucked her off in the head, I guess, psychologically.
Okay.
No, damn it! No desk!
Well,
Fuck!
alright.
Would you quit?
I'm about to head. I just had to head east a little. Now I have to head south. Oh, actually, sorry, I got it backwards. West. Alright, here we go. Turning
Stop
out the
it.
freeway and 60. Sharp turn. Lean into it.
No! 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 No!
Okay, I left the ramp at 60.
Okay, how am I gonna get around this shit? No, damn it! God fucking damn it.
Hey, what?
Yeah.
That's 140.
The fuck?
And huh?
I said the
What?
fuck?
140 miles an hour.
Tiger Lily, you better fucking quit now.
What do you mean quit? Talk to your cat?
Yes, her. Try to talk to you and get on to her at the same fucking time.
Not gonna lie, she's actually persistent. That I can respect.
What?
Oh, Jesus Christ. She's persistent, I'll give her that.
No means no, damn it. No means fucking no.
No means yes. Yes means no.
Get out.
What?
Go. Come on. Come on.
Jeez.
Go on. Go on in there. Chill the fuck out for a while. Son of a bitch.
You talk to a cat like you talk to a child, by the way. Hilarious.
Okay, I'm back to it.
With junctioning at about 65 miles an hour is hilariously fun. Dude, that never gets old. Only problem is, now I have to get through this little junction right here. And I have to switch over to, was it I-75 to avoid a toll road. Here we go.
Time to drop it. Suck my ass, you fucking creature.
She's back.
No, it's this fucking floor. These floor mat. They call them floor masters, I think. They suck. Suck my ass.
Oh, jeez. So, I actually went to watch double street races the other day. I wasn't watching, I wasn't participating. And I actually saw the other guy in my area that owns a Viper there.
Yeah?
Yeah, he's got a 216 GTS. And apparently he twin turboed the damn thing. He's getting like, what was it, 2,600 rear wheel horsepower? I think it's around 2,600 or 2,500, somewhere around there. But he's just, yeah, he's still, like, just winning all the time. I saw him win, like, against, say, what was it, he won against a Porsche, he won against a Challenger, and he won against an Audi, A4, I think, or an A6. I can't really tell the Audis which one they are. It's always weird.
Have you seen that regular car guy?
Yeah, I saw him. He did the review on an Audi. The A4. I actually want to watch one of his interviews on, well, I want to watch one of his car reviews on, what was it, the Acura?
Yeah. I'd like to see some of that shit myself. Cause,
yeah, I want to watch that one. It's actually on my watch list.
I think my favorite series was when he did the, DeLorean trilogy.
Yeah, that was actually pretty cool. I watched those.
Yeah,
the DeLorean, yeah, the engine stock was like really shitty, but it was made timeless by Back to the Future. It was one of those cars where the marketing came from.
I mean, it already had a unique. They were already selling a few of them off the uniqueness appeal, but the Back to the Future fucking movie really shot that through the roof.
Yeah, it kicked it off. It was basically one huge DeLorean advertisement, about an hour and a half long. Same thing with that one TV series, Viper. That was basically a 30-minute Viper commercial every week. You know?
Yeah.
You remember that show?
I think so. Yeah.
I need to find a site that actually lets me stream it, because I want to rewatch it. But yeah, the fact that when I was a kid, I remember watching that show and remember thinking that car is cool, you know? And then I was that's why I went 2017 and actually ordered a Viper, because that's always been a favorite car of mine as a kid growing up, you know?
Yep. Well.
And the nice thing is, at the time, I had the money to actually buy it, not lease it. So the car's mine, you know. Not some bank. Oh yeah. If y'all are watching, yeah, don't lease the car unless you can. You know you can, because otherwise, if shit breaks or if you total it, it's on you.
Yeah.
They're gonna ask for all that money up front.
Firewall. I found the fire rod. I found the fire rod. Fine. I got to it. I mean.
Yeah.
Now to actually gain access to the main fucking entrance.
Yeah. Oh, how long have you been searching for that entrance? Like an hour or so?
No, I wasn't searching for it. I was trying to remember the whole puzzle just to get to it. Almost 46 minutes. 43, well, 40, I don't know, 40-ish minutes, 41 minutes. Subtract the first 5 minutes, 10 seconds from the rest of the damn thing. Because I had to restart it, get my controller to work with it.
Yeah.
These fucking pieces of shit. Go on.
Well, the good news is that I'm making really good mileage on the gas.
Yeah.
The thing is, the gas filter, it gets like average of like 15 to the gallon. Right now, I'm at about 20 to 19 point and a half. 19 and a half. I'm at 19.6 right now to the gallon average, which is pretty good for this trip. But I'm doing mostly highway, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And let's see, I have about 300 miles, and I got 211 miles left on my tank. I'll make it. I'll be able to pass Toledo and get to a gas station. It sucks because there's a gas shortage that's coming up, I think. You read about that, Wes?
I wouldn't be surprised.
I was really pissed off because I own most of my cars are gas guzzlers. So if I have to drive my winter daily every single day for like a couple of weeks, that's not going to be fun. Because now I can't pass people like I used to.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's
I
it?
mean, don't get me wrong, the Dodge Dart is still a zippy car, but it's slower than the Viper. The Viper is just a fucking monster. Like, I've passed anything from Mustangs, Chargers, Porsches, Lambos. Basically, this thing is basically an S-class killer. I've had times where I smoked guys in $1 million Ferraris, and they get so angry because, you know, they paid $1 million for it, you know, and I paid around a fraction of that, you know. I always find it hilarious when a much less costly car ends up just smacking around another car in a drag. That's like $1 million, you know? It's always hilarious to watch. and the guys' reactions are all priceless. They come in arrogant, and they come out like either angry or just deflated or speechless.
Folks, I'm taking my, I took my earbuds out to clean them again and clean my ears to make sure they stay in that, this piece of shit stay in my ears. I just showered just a little bit ago and scrubbed these motherfuckers, and it's not like it did any good apparently. Hate these fucking pieces of shit, I'm not gonna lie. I'm stuck until I get myself some headphones and look like a fucking, you know, airplane driver. Fuck it. Airplane pilot. Fuck it.
Wait. Who?
I said I have earbuds. I was trying to clean them. I was trying to make them stick into my fucking ear. I guess all I could do until I could get some actual headphones and look like a half-ass, look like a fucking airplane pilot. Fuck it.
Well, I can make a recommendation.
Yeah?
Get some Corsair Void Pros. Those are pretty decent. I used to use those before I switched over to wired Crossmaster headphones.
All right.
And I still use my Bluetooth Void Pros for my laptop. So, but yeah, they're half decent, and they work really well with Discord. Good quality sound. They're a little less expensive than what people usually get. They're like $80, $70 when I got them. They're probably like $100 now, but they're still pretty good headphones for what you're paying. Alright, here's my junction over. And there's traffic up ahead. To waste a bit of gas to try to get around this.
Yeah. You can make a super monster motherfucker have more than 100 miles to the gallon. There's multiple ways of doing it.
Yeah, but this Viper is just a pure fucking bred race car, basically. It's a street legal track car, essentially. It does road really well. Like, you can probably hear me just like mash into gas all the time. This car does really well on highway, passing into other stuff. Like I'm about to just pass this truck. Fucker. Right turn. We were talking the other day about handling, and we were talking about how people have a misconception of Dodge. How, you know, oh, the Dodge is a really bad handling vehicle.
Yeah.
Well, I just went through a turn at 130 miles an hour on the freeway on a Viper, and I'm about to stop on a dime to get off on an exit from like 135 or something like that. I just kind of glanced at my speedometer. Yep, took me like, what was that? 2 to 3 seconds just to get down to about 40 miles an hour to get on the ramp.
Fuck!
But
Fuck!
What? And there's a turn at a very
I almost died and I gotta go get more blue potion now. I'm fucking
I
furious.
almost died for real. I didn't see that turn coming up, and I had to stop and almost fishtailed. Like, horribly. But I recovered. Oh, this thing's a monster. Dude. realize this car embarrassed like Lambos, Porsches, and over at the Nuremberg race over in like 2017. The Viper ACR actually embarrassed them. Because if I recall, hang on, I'm doing a turn here. Guys.
Fuck it, I'll let him take me out now. Then I'll go here. Then I'll see what
And
happens.
here's another really sharp turn at about 100. Oh, it never gets old. And that whole thing made my needle tick like 2%, by the way. That whole like episode there of revving the engine. And I gotta go here. I gotta go south towards Toledo. There we go. All the horsepower.
I won't be able to get to Titan's Mid until, I think, this upcoming dungeon after this third one. The fourth one, Blind's Hideout in Dark World.
Reading comments?
This is something I learned back some years back. Some guys did a test drive with some cars and did it multiple times. They had they put ice at the air intake and noticed a short miles per gallon and horsepower increase from ice in the air intake. But the ice melted into water eventually because of the engine heat, obviously. But if they filled a pan up with water, it made an entire ice pan, right? And they had it at the like below the like the air would flow over it, you know, below the fucking air intake box, away from the rest of the engine.
Yep.
They noticed a 160.
Just so you know, I just did it. I just passed everybody at 155, like a madman.
Dude, I'm glad you ain't telling nobody where you are exactly right now.
Oh, dude. If I told people where I was, man, they'd be looking for my ass. Oh. Oh, man.
But,
yeah. Why are people using the fast lane here? What the fuck? Everybody's over to the far right. They did all that shit in the fast lane. Alright. Well, I'm gonna stop for food, so in like 5 minutes.
alright.
So I'm probably gonna cut off when I actually stop. One last sprint for y'all. There we go.
Now,
Oh, that takes me a while to close down. Shit. Hey, Wes?
yeah.
I looked down after that one. 175. Fuck, I'm booking it. Oh, and I tested the cop on that. He didn't light me up. She was like, yeah, fuck that. I saw his lights, and he's like, he's trying to think if he should pursue or not. He's like, nah. I'm telling you, they do that. Whenever they see a car going over like 150, they just don't do it, you know?
Cop cars, while they are trained to go real fucking fast, they can only go so fast.
Right. And I was doing 175. These cop cars only go like, what, 155 or something like that?
160 if they're lucky.
Yeah, like if they're in a pursuit of a car. But, you know, I'm doing 175. They're not going to catch me. No way. By the time they're up to speed, I'm like 2 miles down the road. Not even a chopper's going to help me.
Yeah.
They get ready to seal it in, but by the time they find out where to set up a spike, I'm past them. Plus, I run flat tires.
But what happened was, they had the tire ice pan, away from the engine heat and away from most of the engine, but the air intake, air had to pass over that shit. It got ice, it got completely chilled. Well, the miles per gallon gain went up by 160%.
Nice.
So if they preheat the fuel alongside that, well, take a guess how that fucking goes.
They're gonna get major increase in efficiency. Because you're turning liquid fuel into a vapor. And
Hard.
much for compression.
Big time.
I'm gonna put it here.
You're actually turning it into vapor fully at compression, and that vapor fills more airspace than the liquid will.
Why is this guy flashing me? Why is this guy flashing me? Okay, you know what? This guy's trying to follow me. Hang on. Gotta lose him. Little fucker. Come on. He's following my ass. There you go. Making me nervous. Tailgating me. I'll see what's up around here for lunch, for dinner. Oh. Still there?
Yeah.
What? Okay.
Yeah.
Just one. Maybe. Trucker might be. Damn.
Woo! Whoa!
What?
I pissed off. I tried killing that bird just to shits and giggles, that skeletal bird, and sent a bunch of them fucking flying after my ass.
Kill that bird. Dude, every time somebody has a Twitter tweet, like a Twitter tweet, Tweety Bird thing on their phone, I just go, I'm gonna kill that bird.
Guys, I eat meat and I attack skeletal birds. I'm an animal abuser.
Jeez. Man.
I mean, that's what the veg tards claim. I mean, Isaac, aka Ask Yourself, compares carnivores to pedos. I'm like, and you're a fucking scum rat.
Okay. Chiefs cannot win with vegans, just saying.
You can't. You'll never will.
It's like fucking Pontius Pilate. They're out for blood anyway. I mean that ironically too.
Well, I've always said they're leaf communists. I've always said that.
Well, shit. I had a Karen like screeching at me the other day because I was in my office and I was like, and she was I don't have a mask requirement where I work because we're a private company. We're not publicly traded, so we don't have a mask requirement. And she's like, put a mask on, and I'm like, and I kind of look at my coworker and I go, fuck that bitch, this is Russia, you know? Oh, but she was angry, dude. Angry. How can you live like that, Wes?
You give up your humanity and you get screechy. That's the steps 1 and 2 of the 7-11 step program. I'm being punny tonight.
Well, fortunately, I gotta go and eat, so I don't like making mouth noises on your stream.
All right, well,
And
I'll
I'm
see you
gonna
soon.
focus on my drive to Akron. Yep, see you later.
Pissing me off, huh? Fucker. I gotta be topped up this time. Begging. Oh, fuck you. Damn, that's a first. That pisses me off, kinda. Okay. Since he's gone... I'll wait, but what I wanted to also get across to you guys is, you'd be fucking amazed at the technological innovations that, of what I'm talking about, like what you can do to internal combustion engines when you take things like the orbital injections air compression system and do the section nozzle, but you also use that tech to modify an indirect injection diesel and use that high fuel pressure but not only half as high, and then use that high air pressure to help make that droplets even smaller, and just do that, and as part of the engine, a real small compressor, or better yet, do two of them against each other to really double the effect, you know, to really make that pressure high. And the reason I'm saying that is that would really, oh dude, it'd be OP as shit. The atomization effects would be astronomical. The whole point though is the fuel use would go down. This could also, like again, this could make a hot bulb HCCI 2-stroke engine. You could build it off of a fucking diesel, 2-stroke diesel, like a Detroit could be converted into one of these things. I bet it could. We need to test the atomization pattern of what's half of 175? You know what I'm saying? 175 divide, you know, cut in half. Combine that air pressure with the fuel pressure with the air pressure of the air compression that they use in the orbital injectors. And then test the spray pattern. I bet it's going to be much finer than before. But you kind of want that. And then that'll also allow it'll also allow more exhaust to be recirculated with the intake air. Why? Is that a big thing? You could basically scrub half the smoke of damn near half the exhaust. Send that back into the intake, make it rich enough to be run through a 3-stage catalytic converter. Hot as fuck, right? Temp. Then you can take that tech, right? You take that, use the turbocharger, like the concept Mobius used, like an axial flow compressor turbocharger. Spun by a decently designed, you know, I don't know, centrifugal, you know, wind turbine, essentially. That's what the exhaust turbine would be. And it would have a turbo blanket on it, and you could actually make the air intake icy, and the fuel could be preheated somewhat, which would improve the atomizing effect. It'd be fucking insane. So that type of technology would be very vital in the revival of the of the hot bulb engine through two-stroke diesel technology. So it'd be paramount to the revival of through such tech. Make it also multi-fuel. Air-assisted direct ejection could also make, well, the tech for the injection of natural gas or biomethane to make a dual-fuel diesel run super excellently under compression would also work wonders. And And that was a mess up. That was a mess up there. Shit. I'll get some ferries though. I'll get a ferry. Don't worry. Oh, wrong spot. Shit. Let me think. Where were they at again? So yeah, that would make the diesel engines operate a hell of a lot better than before. Turn them to be able to make them into hot bulb, multi-fuel capable hot bulb engines. Would also just it actually it clean up a lot the air so much more, and the post turbo, the post catalytic converter exhaust would have so minimal back pressure, it'd be ridiculous coming out of turbo, coming out of the catalytic converter, which is what you want. You kind of want that. That minimizes the work it has to do to push the exhaust out, so that's a great thing. The next thing I want to bring out is the orbital system could actually revitalize the two-stroke gasoline engine. Along with using rotor valves to control the intake charge and the transfer ports opening timings on one valve setup, the two ports can be controlled by one valve. It could be a coach spherical rotary valve plated with diamond black ceramic, or it could be either, or something like that, or some other type of rotor valve system done that way. Plated with diamond black ceramic, which basically is a combo of tungsten disulfide and boron carbide. Self-lubricated, hard as diamond fucking ceramic, which is what you want for heat shielding and everything. And friction to be next to nothing, close to nothing as possible. That'd actually be a great plating for the outer casings sections of roller bearings and ball bearings too. Using nitronic steel, nitronic stainless, and diamond black ceramic to make ball bearing and roller bearing construction. As long as every piece of metal touches a piece of a ceramic, and vice versa. So every other part would have to be, it'd have to be metal to ceramic contact throughout the design. Oh shit, that's quite the implication. That would make the steam locomotive modernization of steam power more likely too, because all the wheels, the little Hate having to do this shit so much already. Fuck it. That was quick. Fuck. Excuse me, just for a few minutes. I have to take quite the urination. Don't you be pestering me either. Damn it. Don't you get in the way. Alright guys. It's good mocha. Strong. Chocolatey. No! No! Sorry, I have to hold it back in here. Here I go. Fuck. Tiger Lily, I said no! Don't you fucking start that shit again. No! No, you're gonna get me killed. Nope! I'm not having it. Go back the fuck out. You're not climbing on my desk. I will not let you. I'm not having you get me killed. got some tenacity now, damn it. She got some fucking tenacity. Fuck. There. Hey, 420 heart, goat rupees. Yes! Yes! I hate this piece of shit. I hate this piece of shit. Hydrocell thermoses. Please check these badasses out. They're top of the line, good construction. I just bought, mine came in recently. If you just sterilize it with peroxide, and you just drink water and stuff like that, or like lemon, lime, and with a little, trace minerals and pinch or so of Redmond's real salt, Himalayan pink salt, like I do it for lemon lime water, like I'm doing now. You just peroxide treat it and rinse it out with peroxide, and let it sit for a few minutes, rinse it out again, and then you just use it again. You will cut down on so much detergent use and dishwashing use. If you unintentionally hoard dishes in your room like I unfortunately do, this will drastically help break you of that fucking habit very effectively. And this is a really good stainless steel construction. And no slip, like grip, works with the adhesive property. It has a little adhesive effect. It works with the adhesive capabilities of your fingers and your fingerprints. So, hey, I can't fucking complain, guys. This is a top line product. I bought it and tried it, and I love this thing. So I cannot complain, guys. This is top of the line. What you want, little baby? Got mine for about 17, 18 bucks, round. Maybe 19, something around that range. Can't believe I'm running out. Yeah, I believe I'm just about out of water. But yeah, that's what I do for water. I use a little, about a pinch or two of good colored mineral broad, spectrum salt, and then I put a little lemon and lime juices in the water, and it just go after that. Plus, drinking the mocha that I made, has a tiny bit of raw cacao paste, it's a little Dutch cocoa, a little dark chocolate, a little milk chocolate chips, Lily's dark milk chocolate, and it's sweet with stevia, and it's made with coffee that had chocolatey Ticino infused in it, and a mocha flavored Ticino is part of, infused in the brew. It's very, very strong, very rich, but also very decadent. But it also, due to the cacao, there is a bit of an oxalate content, that citric acid that I'm consuming right now. It's pretty lemony, limey in flavor, so I'm getting a decent amount of citric acid. It actually deals with that, prevents that from causing you any trouble. So, hey. It's a good chaser, in other words. Lemony, lime, like citrus, electrolyte water is a good fucking chaser for that. Well, I got friends in low places where the whiskey drowns and the beer chases my blues away. And I'll be okay. Well, I'm not big on songs and graces. Think I slip on down to the oasis, so I've got friends in low places. I'm gonna eat some, oh, fuck. Let me, no. Tiger Lily had some kittens recently. There we go. Oh, fuck. I'm gonna try to catch that fairy. Too close to the tree. That was dangerously close to that thing. I won't be able to buy another one for quite a while, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a fairy. Around this time I should be able to reforge the Master Sword into the Tempered Sword. It'll be a lot more powerful. Done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go up to the Death Mountain eventually. Mobius is eating. Well. Probably going to call it an end here for episode 6. But before I do, I want to go into just a little bit about how dietetic speaking, I find it hilarious, right? I find it fucking hilarious when someone like Vegetard Foot Soldier, he looks like a fucking foot soldier. No muscles, none. Foot soldier, my nuts. He's quite comedic calling someone who's helped a lot more people than he ever will, a quack. And I love how Doc Candyberry just sweet as could be about the whole thing, and just I can't get enough of that. I can't get enough of that shit. And honestly, like, metabolically speaking, despite of being 40, like in his early 40s, I think 41, he, in PMC, he actually is metabolically in a spot where he can eat like shit, and eat more calories than he can exercise, still keep it burned off. His metabolism's in that type of disposition, which is to his benefit. But that's not going to last forever. It just doesn't. So whenever he retires, he better really take care of himself, you know? He's a PMC. He's a PMC that's based in the U.S. because his home's here. So he has a home defense incentive from that alone. And it's crazy. There's some other, like, PMCs I actually know of. So, what's funny, give me a second, I'm gonna pull it up. Give me a moment, it's gonna, pardon the lag spike. Since I'm not in a call with anybody, leave Discord and completely and just close that out. Look up my notifications real quick and read this off, because scroll down a few more minutes, I'll eventually find it. I'm not going to call the guy Carnivore Aurelius anymore. I'm just going to call him Fucktard Aurelius, because he's really gone fucktarded as of late. He's absolutely cringe-inducing with some of the shit he's been peddling recently. The only way I'm going to suck down orange juice if I turn into a fucking diet soda friendly for people all across the board. And that's exactly what I intend to do tomorrow. In fact, thinking about, I'm gonna try to open up some recipe pages so I can actually post the recipes that are most successful out of my experiments. Because why the hell not, you know? Shit. Okay, this is what I had to say, because, first off, here's a good way to debunk, like, people like Lane Norton's video about like Lane Norton's piece about, you know, calories in, calories out is bro science, and Greg Doucet peddling the same nonsense. A calorie is a specific measurement of one of the aspects of energy contained within a given foodstuffs. That's all it is. Guess what? Calories in food do not equal total calories available for human absorption or differ Okay, that's problem number one. Problem two, different calories are metabolized differently. Pathology, physiology, and the umbrella, pathophysiology can show that. Two, metabolic ward studies, methods he talked about need to be shown. It need to be shown, and he did not do that in his video. But Bart K responded to that nonsense and already called it out because he knew the shit. He did 25 years of the stuff. The first law of thermodynamics is when energy cannot be created or destroyed, or only transferred. Fucking energy and charge and such, not mass. Mass is a property of a physical body and a measure of its resistance to acceleration when a net force is applied. That's not a typo he went with. That was bullshit. He attempted, though, weak application of generalizing an oversimplification of physics to complex chemistry, physiology, and metabolic processes, and fucking biology. And microbiology, so it was a failure. His tangent about carbon atoms had nothing to do with any calories in, calories out shit, and it never will. It never said it. It'll never say anything about that. So, what's your point? A lot of your carbon atoms get merged with, get bonded into salt with potassium and sodium and magnesium to make bicarbonate, which is part of your kidney systems. The system known as the bicarbonate buffering system. It neutralizes acidity in the piss that way, so it's and gets out of the blood. So, guess what your body has in your blood? Salt. Guess which fuck ass is an unironic salt denialist? Spheria. Ogenus Vonderplanet. Speaking of which, when Frank Tufano pissed me off when he didn't rip into Ogenus enough. He didn't. All he did was go over. Oh, he didn't understand the concept of allergies. That ain't all he misunderstood. To claim that viruses detoxify is objectively false. Yes, a lot of human genetic, genomes have viral origins, but so do so does that. That also applies to most every fucking animal out there, every other fucking animal, and a lot of air for as far as I know. A lot of animal genomics are viral in origin, but a virus that attaches onto a cell and breaks it down from inside as it uses it to clone new cells until the host cell's destroyed. That's been observed in under microscopes. That is, and then when symptomology is able to correlate enough that this particular type of virus or fungus spore or microbe, germ or bacteria, and then they counter test that to see if it absolutely causes it, which, this causes that actually. Okay, cool. It happens. Some of the don't get me wrong. Every time I see a vegan call someone who's actually helping people a quack, I look at them like I do the dangerous aspects of fucking Vonderplanets. I look at them as projecting quack-ass frauds, and then I look at this fraud shit that was peddled by Ogenus, and I'm like, both these motherfuckers can kill people or hurt people. One through fucking deficiencies out the ass and weakening the fucker to be susceptible to more bullshit, while the other's way more quick and can kill someone through fucking worm infection and shit. I knew my folks knew some people that died from that shit. There's a lot that people don't get that follow that guy. There's a lot of. One leads to deficiency. The other can lead to food poisoning or outright death more quickly. So, you know, you see why? So I don't. This is why this channel will never support veganism. At most, I'll acknowledge like vegetarians and pescatarians, but that's it. That's as far as I go. That's as far as I'll ever go on with this channel. The far off, no. And then when I see this type of shit, you know, the way they act, I'm like, they wonder why I don't fucking talk about them much. They wonder why I don't fucking talk about them. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I like the moment when Lane Norton pointed out something that nobody believes in unless it's scientifically, you know, illiterate. When they said, carbon atoms don't just flitter off into oblivion. I'm like, nice non-argument there, dude. Nice, quack, quack. Now, the other thing I liked to point out was thermogenesis is a separate type of energy transformation, and to call it a waste is a value judgment. You know, leave the value judgments to stockbrokers, philosophers, religious preachers, social scientists of other types, bioethicists, ethicists, political economists, investment experts, business people, psychoanalysts, and so on and so forth. Leave the groups I just listed to value judgment. Leave that out of the fucking harder sciences, okay? The saying thermogenesis counts does not mean it counts. I mean, what the fuck? It doesn't have shit to do with CICO. It's just one of multiple processes that go through at a constant. Calories is defined by the complete oxidative combustion of foodstuffs to steam, CO2, and ash. It's not how the body functions, you know. When you eat protein, most of it is used by the body to rebuild and construct new body infrastructure at a constant, and it's all absorbed in the small intestine fairly quickly. All carbohydrates, whether in the form of starches and sugars, will get oxidized for energy by the mitochondria and ATP production and shit and all that stuff by the mitochondria. And if it doesn't get used fully, then it gets like fructose, for instance, gets turned into fat by the liver. When you don't burn it off, or if you don't burn it off quick enough, it gets turned into fat through lipogenesis. That shit's it's inflaming. Certain classes of resistant starches, and it's very, very loose on how this shit works, really. It doesn't stop blood sugar spikes. It might not allow it might keep some carbohydrates from being fully converted by the stomach acid to sugars, but whichever ones don't, they get broken down into, eaten into, turned into butyrate, propionate, and acetic acid, by various mold, yeast, and bacteria that's in your gut biome through selective putrefaction. But guess what else turns into that? Soluble fibers, like the types that make gels. So the only fiber you can actually break down are soluble fibers. They're called prebiotics. Physiologically speaking, there's no need for them. There's no need for them. As long as they got something to eat, they will make use of that. That's how that works. Whether animal flesh, whatever plant material they can break down the most, and shit like that. And it's through selective putrefaction. That's how we work. my relatives, when I point out they makes their skin crawl, I'm like, your intestines are alive too. They eat and breathe. I mean, they eat and drink too. What's so creepy about it? I have a different mindset than they do about shit. A lot of things. I mean, that's how the small intestine and colon work, and then those same microbes also work with the immune cells in the body, and they're just only finding out some of the shit. They even make neurotransmitter precursors through interaction with the fucking the metabolizing of different proteins and shit like that, and different things, and they make neurotransmitters out of it go to the brain. So there's so guess what? The only form of plant fiber you can actually break down is a soluble fiber. Pectin, inulin, soluble fibers like that can actually do gelling effects. And guess what? You don't need them. They're entirely optional, metabolically speaking. They're entirely fucking optional. Now, unlike the other plant fibers, which you can consume enough of, you'll get constipated. Soluble fibers, you get enough of them, they will give you the screaming shits. They will make your asshole whistle on the toilet. Imagine you sitting down and it's starting, and you have something come out going. So that's how that happens. Point is, your rectum is gonna be squeaking or whistling Dixie. So it's kind of one group of fiber will clog you, and the other will fucking make you start whistling, or if you're like in an Indian restaurant, you have too much. Feel like flames shooting out of your ass. If you ran, you'd be speeding like the Batmobile. Rest in peace, John Panette, you great bastard. Oh, shit. That's what soluble fibers can do, potentially. Fucking Christ. That's kind of the deal there. So if you want to not shit bricks, just drink some Ticino. Just drink a quart of that and take a tincture of, what's it called again? Clove, wormwood, and black walnut hull that's still green and before it was dried. That'll really do it. Instead of the other sound I made earlier, your ass will go. fucking Christ. Absolutely fucking impeccable. You can't make this shit up. I wish you could. But I wish I could. Fuck, I need that talent bad. But yeah, soluble fiber will ferment and form acids and a bunch of excess stuff, and that can cause, and then also a lot of water. It'd be similar to how bacteria will cause, not so much like gases like lactose would if you have lactose intolerance, but you'll be shitting up a storm. That reminds me of another good joke. This, John Panette went to a woman, like, supposed to be a nutritionist. Anyway, what happened was great. Essentially what happened was this. He went to this woman. Excuse me. He's supposed to be a nutritionist, right? Well, she told him, she gave him a juicer, so he started juicing. Yeah, sending more sugar up his ass. Like the poor bastard fucking needs, he's fat enough. Right? But, this is before the keto scene really kicked off in public attention. It was still like, it's like tens of thousands of people doing it, but it was ignored by like most every fucking body else, you know? Fuck! See that magic powder, trying to put it on that son of a bitch is hard to do. It's hard to time it right, because there's a high chance it'll still fucking get your ass. Well, anyway, so he said, I started juicing ham, so I juiced a fucking ham, right? That's what he told him. Well, he's like, yeah, well, I got the juice, well, I juiced a ham. If you drink enough and your arm goes numb, wait an hour. I don't know, I'm not a nutritionist. Well, she said, good, you're doing the juicing excellently. Let's go exercise, so let's go strength train a little bit. And it's like, alright, let me get this Krispy Kreme in here, we'll be good to go. One day, she said, alright. He was having bathroom problems. He was having trouble shitting. So he went, so she said, so it seems like your colon is a little plugged. He's like, oh, how are we going to unblock this bad boy? She's like, alright, so continue the juicing. Take some of these herbs. He did. He didn't have to take it for very long. He called her up and said, hey, crazy lady! You remember those herbs? Well, I swallowed a quarter when I was a kid. $50 came out. My asshole hit the jackpot. I think think it's cleaned out? Oh, Christ. That was a good one. That was legitimately a great one right there. He was one of the greats. Hey, crazy bitch! I swallowed a corn I was 10, $50 came out. My asshole hit the jackpot, you fucking nut. Ah, criminy. You fucking criminy. You could say that was quite the shit show, huh? Before I got to that part of the story, he made a few interjections into it, like, yeah, I don't think I want to have to do something like this. Here, stick a garden hose, stick this to a garden hose. I wouldn't want to get letters from the homeowners association saying, hey, John Panette, please stop cleaning your colon on your front lawn. Ah, fucking criminy. See, that's fucking hilarious. It's perfectly structured, you know what he's talking about, and it's about as being a fat fuck. Like, you can't beat it. Fat humor, like he did, or when Ralphie May did it. A good way I call myself faggot when I tell public jokes, you know, I tell, like at bars and shit, like if I'm going somewhere and I tell jokes like that, I'm like, if Ralphie May is so southern he's his own cousin, I must be my own sister. Aw. Now I saw the leaks of a bitch I cussed out for being called her a cunt because that's the way she acted online. And then before, like a few thousand incels fucking start fucking coming after me, harassing my old YouTube and shit, you know. You know, that kind of shit on their part. But and that's sadly what happened. West Savage Show ceased to be. So I took my second biggest Guardian of the Omniverse character and named my YouTube channel after it. This one I don't really need. I remember pretty damn well. But that's the whole crux of that shit. Like, actual, like, solid fibers and stuff, you don't really break it down. Soluble fibers you can, but you don't want much of that if you do decide to drink it, consume it, because that will make you do what I've been joking about for the last, I don't know, dozen or so or more minutes. Henceforth reminding me of the John Panette jokes. John fucking saying. Just fucking saying. Let's see if this will help. Yeah, bitch! Excuse me. As you can see, I've kind of I've got most of this figured out. Just letting the memories come back to me. But as you can quite clearly see, I want to save this and go through it, and gain some rupees, and fuck around some more. Then I want to leave it at that and just continue what I was doing before. And so yeah, so I was saying, when the fats get broken down into free fatty acids, glycerin, and then turn into ketones, which have multiple implications. You know, I was responding to the whole calories, different things turn into different end products and byproducts, and those different products have different calorific values for the body to process, and are used differently. Okay, that's the whole point of how they all operate. And you have to cycle when you're doing ketosis. You're supposed to cycle in and out of gluconeogenesis and ketosis, or you have one underneath the other at the same time, which normally what you do, but you can run yourself a little short depending on how you do it. So it's best to cycle in and out of ketosis and gluconeogenesis, so you can have the sugar you need to keep yourself alive while using ketones as the main fuel. And if you know what you're doing and you're deep into it, it's actually an effective process. I remember Frank Tofano did a video when he's still carnivore, and he basically told how to strength train when you're on carnivore, and how to get that explosive energy and shit. Essentially, as Thomas DeLauer put it. I think there's a video on it. I'll link it and show it. But yeah. Also, Lane Norton, he needs courses in open system thermodynamics and closed system thermodynamics, and understand that open system thermodynamics can have different inputs, influence a singular output, and then so much more beyond that. That whole video was just fucking rambling. Empty bullshit rambling. Huh. I stopped watching Lane Norton stuff years ago because some of that was just so full of shit. It hurt. I'll give you another one. Back when I was nearly 300 pounds, if CICO was so true, I would have regained that quite quickly. Over 7 years where I lost around 100 something pounds or whatever, from latter part of 2011 after my dad died to like 2017. Well, actually, it was 6 years. It's a 6 year journey, but still, 5.5, 6 year journey, but still. Well, I lost all that weight in that journey, and that, you know, I would when I wasn't as active and I still ate, and I ate calorifically high, I would have regained that weight all that fucking back pretty easily if the CICO shit was so damn true. Which I'm going to contest that on my own personal experience. Now that might just be an empty anecdote, which I'll concede to that, but the reason I mention it is it lines up quite perfectly with the fucking metabolic results. It's not so set in stone, folks. You gotta... Now, again, this isn't medical advice. None of this is. It's information. If you want medical advice, go to a pathophysiologist, and then go to a physician and a clinician and expert in the fields you want to go to, whether a cardiologist, respiratory expert, gastroenterologist, intestinologist, hepatologist, then the list goes on, and have all the above, you know, and then the one either of those, in all the stuff I listed previously, and then one of those, you know, specialists, you know, for that particular area, because you've got to have that, all, you know, to actually get the best, you know, advice possible. That would be who I'd suggest go to. For your, you know, the ones that are not, you know, and there are plenty out, there are some out there that are not fucking corrupt. Well, what you'll have to do is you'll have to go to the, you know, counter what the pathophysiologist, what the others say with what the pathophysiologists say, and counter, counterbalance one with the other, you know, some with the others, and, you know, and stuff like that. Like, a moderately decent oncologist will tell you eat red meat. Eat a steak. Eat a little liver. Some of them will, if they're shitty enough, they'll say, oh, it's bad. It's not bad, it's just... No, it's not bad, it's just, you know... They don't know. But if they're semi-pathophysiology literate, they will at least tell you, eat some fucking... Hey, you're anemic, and you're just dealing with cancer. Eat some liver. You know, build your blood up. Cut back on the coffee, or cut back on certain things like this. Stop doing it. Get your blood sugar under control. Help with this. Do some of that. If they're fucking somewhat literate, a decent oncologist will fucking tell you that. They told my fucking mom that. You know, that shit like I'm saying now, and I'm like, it's pretty fucking good. At least he knows shit. Physiology-wise, I'm like, great! You know what sucks? I wish I knew half of the shit. I wish I knew back then half the shit I know now. I could have spared my dad from dying as badly, at least by another couple years, maybe. That tears me up, too. And it pisses me off greatly. But he had to go eat, and I'm going to call it quit. I'm going to end it now with what I have to say. Sorry he wasn't here. I intended to keep this around 2 hours. He'll understand. It's a little over 2 hours, but I'll cut it off here now. I guess we'll see y'all around. I'll link the shit below. Some of the technology, and check out my videos on the plasma ignition and stuff like that. Or check out the better yet, just go save up enough to purchase the presentation by Aaron Murakami, Ignition Secrets. That'll tell you a lot more than I could. My instruction, I made a video with an instruction guide, and then I gave a video about a reference about plasmolysis, and then how that can affect the burning of fuel and all that stuff in the engine, along with the benefits of water cooling. Which, speaking of which, I'll make a very belated video on that pretty soon. It'll come up soon. I'll see you later, guys. Take care. The Shrimp Po' Boy signing out.